Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'll move this
See,
just a little bit.
you don't think we need to turn that back light off?
Let me see. I think we're good.
Okay.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Hey, is this on mute?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
we're getting a commercial for our own live event.
Welcome to Freedom Homestead. I'm Jack.
I'm Tangi.
And we're going to give everyone just a few minutes
There's Darcy.
to get the notifications and join us. So while we're waiting, say hi to a few people.
Yes. I want to say hello to Diana at Justice Acres and Misty and my new friend Darcy over at the Purposeful Pantry. I'm going to tell y'all a little
Bro
bit
Farms,
about
George Ratcliffe, Betsy, Rockin' C. I'm just trying to catch up with them. I'm sorry. You start telling stories and we get about a 30 behind. But that's fine.
I was going to say, I'm going to tell y'all in a little bit about some things that we've got coming up over the next week and starting in January. I did call you, I consider you a friend now, now that we know each other. Hey, Laura and Rockin' C and Betsy and George. Hey, George. There's Leah over at Bro Farms. And is your hubby with you, Leah?
The Cast Iron Mama.
Ooh, I like that name.
I do too.
That's a great channel
I like
name.
that. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, and there's Mac and Patsy at Southern Blessed.
Yeah. Laura.
And Considering It Joy is with us tonight. And there is one of our awesome mods. There's Kathy at North Star Prepsteader. If you are interested in homesteading and all of the homestead things, especially in the north, check out North Star Prepsteader.
She's up in Minnesota. And she did a show earlier this evening, I believe.
Yeah. She usually goes live on Monday, doesn't she?
Yep.
I did not watch any lives. I was busy editing a video to go up tomorrow, hopefully.
I did. I watched a little bit of a few. I watched a little bit of Kathy. I watched some of Stavers.
Did you watch any of Lisa's? I hated that.
I saw that she was live, but I didn't get a chance to
I saw
catch her.
she was talking about one of my favorite things, which is canning.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a couple of people in the chat from Australia. We've got Little Garden Big Dreams, and we also have Andrea, which can't talk. Well, there's my cousin Tashana. Hey, girl, what are you doing? So we have Hawkins Hills and Maria.
That's actually a wider picture than what it's showing on the screen.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's awesome.
I'm going to tilt it down just a little bit then.
Okay. Yeah, I bet I will most likely watch Lisa's stuff tomorrow. I hate that I missed it, but I had to get my stuff done. Cecil is here. Hey, Cecil.
There we go.
Let's see. And there's Vicky. Hi, Adam from. Do you say New Orleans or Nolans, or how do you say it? I love hearing how the different people say New Orleans. I say New Orleans. But some people say New Orleans.
I don't think that's right. That's like people saying Louisville.
Yeah. Hey, Cheryl.
It's Louisville.
Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that you guys in Australia are still having the fires. That's just awful.
They are. Wow. Yeah, they've been burning for a long, long time.
Yeah. He actually waved to the TV. That's awesome. I do the same thing. Well, and there is Jeff from Homestead Dad. Glad to have you with us. He's also one of our mods. Fantastic individual.
He is.
We loved meeting him. We loved knowing him. Big family. He is a homeschool dad running the homestead. They have a new baby over there who has got the most nibbliest cheeks you've ever seen in your life. Nolans. Good deal. Well, hello,
That's how
Marcy.
Jeff says it.
Is that how Jeff says it?
That's just Jeff.
Well, but that's also how Adam, the one that said he's from New Orleans, said that he says it.
Oh, okay. Several people are saying that.
Aw, holding the sleeping baby now. Aw. Yeah. Happy holidays.
Yeah, we live too far away from Jeff. We don't get to.
Yeah. Maybe one of these days. Well, I mean, we do. We're praying and hoping that we can go back to the 2020 Hootenanny.
Yes.
So
we
hopefully
definitely
we'll get to see him again.
Have that already marked on the calendar, and definitely want to go, and we'll plan to go.
Yes.
And we'll just see if it works out.
Yes.
But that's what we're striving for.
Yeah. All right. So we have some more people that have joined us. So I have some stuff coming up that I want to share with y'all.
Okay.
Okay.
Go for it.
So first of all, I mentioned Darcy in the chats. She has a blog and a channel called The Purposeful Pantry, where she talks a lot about dehydrating. She's getting into canning. She does a lot with, stocking the pantry and everything.
Yeah.
And I can't talk. Okay, so we are getting ready to do a collaboration. 12 days of dehydrating.
Really?
Yes.
Really? That is
Yes.
new to me.
I know. I haven't told you about it. I'm
Yeah.
so excited. But it's like a Christmas themed collaboration of dehydration. So it's Darcy, myself, Amanda from the Fundamental Home, and Lisa from Sutton's Days. And so we are going to be bringing you foods and crafts that you can do in your dehydrator.
That's cool.
I know. I'm really excited because I
Did y'all hear that lineup? Go over that
Okay,
lineup.
so it's
Tell them again.
Darcy from the Purposeful Pantry.
Yeah.
Check out her blog. Check out her channel. Amanda from the Fundamental Home. And if you guys didn't check out Amanda's photo of her gingerbread loaf that she made today, it's beautiful. And that is going to be showing up in the collaboration. So
You.
myself and
Lisa.
from
Yeah.
Sutton's Days, who I am like a huge fan of. Actually, Darcy, Amanda, and I have all been arguing over who is the biggest Lisa fan. But anyway, so we have that coming up. And then I am super pumped about this.
Another big announcement?
Like I feel like
Another big announcement, guys.
I feel like I have made it in the YouTube world as far as I'm
Oh
concerned.
no, what's going on?
Y'all,
Do I really know about this?
are any of y'all familiar with Jarred Up January that Lisa has over on her channel? Any of y'all familiar with that? It is a whole month of canning, and it's a collaboration. Yours truly has been invited to join this coming January's collaboration. Now, unfortunately, I've been asked to fill in because one of the channel, this
But
is
you'll
not.
take it.
I'll take it,
Yeah.
but it's under sad circumstances.
Oh.
One of the channels that was going to participate, their mother is in her final days, and so she had to step away from the collaboration so she can tend to her mother and her family. And that's very sad. So if you all would remember, All Sorts is the name of the channel. And just say a prayer for her and their family, and it's going to be difficult. But I am going to
Well,
do
we
my
hate that. We don't like those situations. But
right. But I am. But I'm very excited to be able to fill in for her,
Yeah.
and I hope that I do it justice because she is awesome. And I will. I'm going to do my best to do a good job. So anyway.
Yeah.
Jarred Up January, and I will have
Jarred
a
Up
video.
January.
I'll have a video coming out announcing that officially and telling
So
you who's in the lineup.
Purposeful Pantry
She's
is the number one Lisa.
is the number one Lisa fan.
I don't know this. I can't be a good judge because I'm a little biased because
Because you live with
she
me.
never stops talking about.
Well,
Now
do
Lisa Sutton
stop.
told me to do it this way, and Lisa told me that, and I've been watching her videos all day. I mean, she's a pretty big fan. Pretty big fan.
I am a pretty big fan, but
yeah.
no, but
It's all in good fun.
Yeah, it is all in good fun. But yes, the Purposeful Pantry will also be part of that collaboration. And I know there's how many channels is it? 11 channels.
Wow.
11 channels that are participating. So each of us are going to do a couple of videos during the month. So at the end of the month, y'all will have 31 canning recipes when it's all said and
Wow.
done. So very, very exciting. Very excited to be a part of it. But y'all are nice.
A little bit.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
Darcy, Lisa's going to be jealous that I will get to meet you before she will. Actually, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Right? Yeah, because Darcy has family that lives not that far from us, and they are planning a trip sometime in the early part of the year to visit.
Oh, yeah?
And so
Cool.
I get to hang out with Darcy, and I'm really excited.
Stivers are here with us.
Hey, Stivers.
Yep. Got to catch part of their show tonight.
Oh,
and
wow.
on their new setup, which was cool to watch them and their
11. Gotcha.
on their new setup, their new Christmas gift to themselves.
I know, that's so
Yeah.
exciting. Adam said, I'm 40 and my wife is pregnant. That's so exciting. Pray for me. Just kidding. We're happy but very surprised. Well, that is amazing. That is a blessing. Let's see.
We got
Hey,
that-
Deanna.
Yeah, another one from Asheville. Man, there's
Yeah.
so many of that big Homestead community around that Asheville area.
Yeah,
Um,
that's very, very cool. I was going to say something to somebody.
Stivers are saying hey to Cast Iron Mama. We commented on how much we love that name for that channel.
Yes, that's a really cool name. Laura said, will it be water bath and pressure canning? Yes. It will be
Be
water
both?
bath. Yes, it will be both.
Okay.
It will be both.
Boy, you've been getting your practice lately.
I'm on a mission, bro.
She's been canning.
I'm on a
a
mission.
lot lately. I mean, she's been canning. It almost seems like at least every day, every other day
A few times a week,
for the last
anyway.
couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on a mission, and y'all know my mission. I've already discussed it, and I've actually put a post in our Freedom Homestead Friends. If you're on Facebook, join us at Freedom Homestead Friends. It's a group where
Yeah.
we chat, trying to get a little bit more active in there.
Yeah. Is that the one where they have to answer the questions to be approved?
Yes.
Yeah. Make sure you answer the questions.
Answer the
There's
questions.
I think 2 questions. Make sure you answer them, and then
Yeah.
we know that you're not a troll or it's just a computer,
Right.
trying to get in.
Right. Now, we have a page, which is Freedom Homestead.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
also have a Freedom Homestead group called
Yeah.
Freedom Homestead Friends, where we can actually be a community and talk and do that. And we've
And
not.
we're also on Instagram too.
Yeah.
Tangi _Freedom Homestead and Jack _Freedom Homestead.
Yes,
so,
yes.
so yeah, you can kind of follow us with all of those platforms. But yeah, get back to your canning. What you've been posting.
Well, I'm just saying, like, today I asked in the group, and just kind of let y'all know that for the year 2020, our channel is going to be focused on preparedness. Because that is something that we have chosen for ourselves. We want to focus more on preparedness. We've always been mindful, but not intentional. So my goal is by this time next year that we have a supply of food, water, and medicine for 6 months for our family.
Who is that?
And
Mrs. Sham Carla? Is that what it says? What?
No, that's Mrs. Stay-at-Home Mom, Carla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta know them
Okay.
abbreviations.
Acronyms, man.
See,
That's all we
she's
use
a-
at work, and I'm tired of it.
She's a Sam. She's a Sam, and I'm a Wham.
Okay.
She's a stay-at-home mom. I'm a work-at-home mom.
Okay.
See, WAHM.
Okay.
Okay.
But I think
I'll
she's
educate
I
him.
think she's referring to our post that we posted.
The
I
Pew Pew
posted
Life?
on Instagram and I shared it to our Facebook page, the Pew Pew Life. We you've been canning so much, and we are called Freedom Homestead for a reason. We really love life, liberty, and our freedoms that we have, and that goes along with faith too. We're very we're a very much a family of faith, and the freedom of that. But we took a canning jar, one of our ball canning jars, and we kind of filled it full of some ammo, and took a nice photo of it and put preserving freedom. Just as kind of a, I don't know, it was kind of cool. You had the idea.
My idea was preserving liberty,
Oh, preserving liberty.
but you put freedom, but that's okay.
Preserving freedom. Yeah, and I think that got a lot of attention.
Yeah,
That
it
was
did.
kinda cool.
It did.
Somebody asked, well, what? Somebody asked, what temperature do you put that on when you're canning it?
Put of what?
The jar of bullets.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, you talk about the Pew Pew life,
do
it'd be like really big time. But yeah, I'm excited to see. Somebody said, Cecilia said, is not your shopping trips part of your prep? Yes, it is. It is. But there's more that I want to do.
Yeah.
There's more.
I mean, your grocery hauls are probably our most watched videos,
Mm-hmm.
but along with the grocery hauls, you try to always set aside and plan for extra
Right.
to get pantry items to put away for the just in case moments.
Yes. Yeah, but there's more to that.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to tell y'all. I'm
And-
going to be straight up
Well,
with y'all.
and Bro Farms, yes, we're still doing lots of gardening videos. We're not going to get away from that at all.
Well, we're not doing any right now,
No.
but we will. Yeah, cuz I mean,
But when you say all we're going to focus on is preparedness.
well, that's part of preparedness.
Okay.
Is growing your own food. Both live and vegetable.
Yeah. Well, I don't want
Yeah.
it to sound like we're not going to be doing
No,
the stuff we
that
always
is,
do.
That is all encompassing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay, but I'm just gonna tell y'all what my heart is right now. Okay, so being focused on all of this preparedness, one of the things that I have learned is that most American homes only have 3 days worth of food and water in their house. Only 3 days.
If that.
Yeah, for some, if that.
Yeah, really.
That if you were to have an earthquake, a tornado, an ice storm, if someone were to lose a job, after 3 days, you're going to find yourself and your family in a desperate situation. And desperate people do scary things. So my heart, I hate the thought of anybody that I care about finding themselves in a desperate position. So I feel very strongly about getting the word out. Even our government tells us that we need to have food, water, and supplies in our homes for an extended period of time if you cannot get to town or if help cannot come to you. So this is something that I feel very, very strongly about. So this is something that you're going to be hearing more about along with everything that we already do, because that's all part of it.
Well, yeah. I mean, us getting ready to start with chickens this spring is part of it. I mean, we will
Right.
we'll have some animals that are producing eggs for us, which will be more sustainable for us, and so that will be a way of being prepared.
Right.
Yeah, I was talking with a friend at work the other day that actually said, and I mentioned the 3 days thing where most people only have about 3 days food, and he said most people don't have that. Mm-hmm. And he said, most people will stop. If they're getting low on gas, they're running back and forth to work each day for during the week, and they're low on gas, they might get enough gas to get them to work and back just for the next day or two.
Right.
Knowing that they're gonna, only get $10 worth of gas because here in a couple of days I can stop and get 10 more.
Right.
Well, what if in a couple of days there's no gas?
Right. Yeah.
But anyway, those are really extreme scenarios, but there's always a possibility.
Well, yeah, and that was something that I was talking with somebody in the group today. Anytime you talk about preparedness, a lot of people are going to look at you like you're crazy. Like, oh, well, you're one of them weirdos that think the zombie apocalypse is coming. We all know that something global or nationwide could happen. I mean, that's always a possibility depending on what leaders you have in power in what countries. That's always a possibility. But what is more realistic and what is more prone to happen in your lifetime is loss of a job. Somebody gets sick. There is a weather crisis.
Yeah.
I mean, and those are things. It's just practical. It's just practical preparedness.
Probably no matter where you live, at least every 4 or 5 years, you're going through something weather related that may knock your power out for an extended period of time, or it may shut you indoors for an extended period of time. So, those events, and I have a feeling that this winter here is going to be a lot worse than last winter.
Yeah.
Last winter was very mild. I think we're due for a big one. I
Yeah.
hope we don't have one, but at least I'm thinking that way. What if we do have a big one? I think we're due for one, so
Yeah.
let's go ahead and make some let's prepare for it.
Right.
Let's set some things up just in case.
Now, the longest I have ever lived through a power outage was, I believe it was a week and a half. It was a big ice storm that hit the area of Georgia that I grew up in. And I think it was actually, I think this area also got hit by that ice storm. But we were without power for about a week and a half. And thankfully we had a wood stove. My parents have always been preparedness minded. So we had a wood stove. We put quilts up in some of the rooms and we camped out in the living room, and my mom cooked on the wood stove. So for us kids, it was like camping. We spent the days reading and playing games. And
Yeah, Kathy said she knows some people that only just buys their food daily. I mean, day by day. And I've seen that. I work with some people that are, I guess you could say they're younger. They're just fresh out of college, and they do that. I mean, they think, what am I going to get today?
Right.
They don't think about tomorrow.
Yeah. Or if I run out, I'll just go get more. Well, what if you can't?
Yeah.
You know, and especially if you have people that in your home that depend on life-saving medicine, insulin, you know, seizure medications, things like that. If there's any way you can stock up, ask your doctor, do you care to, you know, write me a prescription so I can have a little bit more on hand? And then if you can have things like insulin, if you can get a little bit of a stock up, then you need to be prepared on storing it correctly so it doesn't go bad, so it doesn't lose its effectiveness. But anyway, all of those things are things to think about, and those are things that Lord willing, I'm going to be concentrating on in the coming months.
I was downstairs looking at our pantry that you're putting together, and just started adding up, you know, okay, if we were shut down for a winter storm, how many days of food would we have? And I thought, what we've got now,
Same tubs of love, loved it.
what we've got now food-wise, I think we would be good for at least a month.
Where we're at now.
Yeah, I think we would be good for about a month.
Well, probably more than what's in the freezer.
We would probably get tired of eating some of the same food over and over and over, but we would have food.
Right.
We wouldn't be going hungry.
Well, I think we could even do better than a month. I think we would actually be okay for a couple. We would have to ration. We wouldn't be able
Well,
to
I
sit
think
and fill our
we
bellies
would be
every...
comfortable for a month.
Yeah, comfortable
Very
for a
comfortable
month.
for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. The
Okay.
whole family
Yeah.
being comfortable.
I would agree with that statement.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's see. Rebecca said, I just turned 60 and my parents were raised in the Depression. I keep a
Yeah.
well-stocked pantry all the time, even though I now am in the suburbs now. Yeah. I'm currently reading a book, and one of the main characters, they're old farmers and they don't throw anything away. And it's funny because all of the characters in the book at some point are saying, I wish we had this. And he's like, I actually have one of those in my building. So that's been really cool.
Speaking of weather.
Hey, Jennifer.
Speaking of weather, guys, I don't know how everybody's doing in where you're living, but it's kind of crazy here right now. Just to give you an idea of what we're going through, 60 degrees today. It was 60 or a little above yesterday. Right now, it's still about 58 degrees outside right now, and they said we could wake up with a couple inches of snow on the ground. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's starting to get really windy outside right now. Okay.
Keep talking.
It's starting to get really windy outside right now. There's a big front moving through over the next 3 or 4 hours, and the temperature's just gonna take a dive. And when that happens, if there's any moisture still left in the atmosphere after this front pushes through, it's gonna drop a couple inches of snow, which isn't much, but it's enough to, I mean, you're going from 60 to snow, and it's just, if anything, it's just hard on your immune system. And our daughter, she's been sick. She's got the sniffles the last 4 or 5 days.
She bounced back quickly, but I think it's because we were making her
comes and
take all
goes.
the vitamin C.
Yeah. But it's really bad when the weather does the roller coaster effect. It gets warm and then it drops and gets cold, and then it gets warm and drops, and it really messes with your health.
Yeah. All right, so everybody's asking what book. Yeah, y'all know I've been reading a lot lately. So
Yeah.
this
I thought you mentioned these last week.
I
You
did,
did.
but I'm in the second book now. Well, technically the third. But Lisa from Two Wild Onions, her and her husband sent us these books, and actually sent us another book series too. So it's a 4-book series, if you can even call it that. But the first little book is the prequel. It's the Powerless World series. So the prequel is called Before the Power Was Gone. Then the first book, the first novel, is when the power is gone.
When the power is gone.
Then When the Peace is Gone, which this is the book that I'm currently reading. And then the third is When the Pain is Gone. So anyway, this second book is so intense. I was telling him, like, I could have read more, but I was like, I need a break. I need to take a moment because it was getting really, really intense. But anyway, these are really good books. These are stuff hits the fan type books. They're fictions, obviously, but from a preparedness standpoint, great information.
Yeah. I don't know if the Stivers is still watching or not. I don't know if they're still on here or not, but they did something awesome tonight. They gave away some big, thick Baker Seed catalogs.
Oh, yeah.
And when they were doing that, it reminded me of being at the Homesteaders of America conference, and we got to hear Luke, M.I. Gardner, we got to hear him speak, and he said, this is the time, the winter, when the weather starts getting cold, this is the time to start planning for your garden. Don't wait till spring. He said, just do it in the winter, make your preparations now.
Yep.
And so that reminded me when they were getting those seed catalogs out and start talking about what they want to order and already just planning for next year. I thought that was great.
Yeah. Okay. Carla's asking again the name. Okay, so the author is P.A. Glaspy. She's actually on Facebook. You can find her Facebook page. And the series is called The Powerless World. And it's the prequel. You don't necessarily have to read the prequel, but it's still good. But the first book is When the Power is Gone. The second book is When the Peace is Gone. And the last book is When the Pain is Gone. And this is actually told from a woman's perspective, which is interesting because most books in this genre are written from a man's perspective. So anyway, also good information.
Yep.
All right.
So hopefully they got that.
Yeah.
You've showed it twice.
Yes.
And last week.
And last week. Yeah, and if I remember, I'll go back in the show notes and put it in there. And what's really interesting, the first 2 books are self-published. And I guess by the third book, she got a contract with Vulpine Press. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Kathy put an Amazon link there. So thank you so much. Let's see. Can you do some...
See you, Rebecca. She says she has to leave now.
Oh, okay, Rebecca.
Thanks
Thank you
for
so
watching.
much. Yes.
Marcy, Mom, I know that name because she won one of the giveaways at the Stivers tonight.
Oh, cool. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let's see.
Oh, and she just added the books to her Amazon
I see
list. I'm
that.
sorry.
Very cool.
We were just looking at it together.
So Family Roots says, can you do some venison recipes? My 8-year-old son got his first deer. Yay.
That's cool.
That's very cool. We need some recipes.
That's a memory
to use
too.
It. Yes. I love watching videos of kids getting their first bucks, and it's usually the dads that are the best. Well,
hey, when I got my first deer, I was already a grown man.
I know,
and
but
I was excited.
Well, yeah.
It wasn't a giant buck; it was just a deer. I was excited
Doe.
because hey, I have provided meat. It was a young buck.
Yeah.
It was a spike buck.
Gotcha.
I thought it was a doe till we got over to it, and it had little spike antlers. But yeah, that's always exciting.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. So we're but yeah, that's exciting. And yeah, I definitely, I mean, we've got tons of venison in the freezer, so I will definitely be doing more recipes in the near future. Well, there's Josh from In Your Garden Homestead. Hello, hello. Let's see.
So what about you guys? What's going on with you? Anything going on that you want to share? Any questions that you want to ask about what's going on with us right now?
Okay.
Here's one. What other types of skills are you looking to learn in 2020?
Yes, that's a great question.
Yeah, that's a good question, George.
Yeah.
And we've been thinking about that a lot.
Yeah.
You know, especially towards the end of the year with, you know, we're not big on New Year's resolutions, but it does get you thinking each year we want to try to learn new stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to learn more about off-grid medical intervention, I guess is the best way to say it, to say that. Learning more about like field dressing, you know, just like first aid.
Wilderness survival.
Yeah, wilderness survival,
Yeah.
first aid. I mean, I can do CPR,
Wolfer training.
but I need to know more things. Like
Wilderness and outdoor first responder.
yes, that.
Wolfer. We call it Wolfer training.
Yeah, so that's what I needed, Wolfer training. That's what I would really like to do. CT Mom says take a Red Cross course. I will definitely be looking into that.
Yeah, and we've both taken. Well, I'm certified. I have to be certified with my job, so I've been certified in first aid and CPR for over 20 years. But and I think you've taken a couple of classes along the way too.
Well, I have it's expired, but I did have a CPR certificate.
Yeah.
Because I thought.
What do we got? We got somebody that needs to be
No.
checked with. Oh, okay.
No. I was just-
Well, back to the skills thing. So you want to do some more first aid knowledge. By default, the skill I will probably learn the most in 2020 is about raising chickens.
Yeah, we will finally have livestock on the homestead, and that is definitely going to be
just
something
because
we're gonna
that's
learn.
what we're getting.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I will be learning a lot about that I don't know right now.
Yeah.
I mentioned
Foraging identification.
I mentioned a week or two ago that I would like to learn and make soap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to make soap.
I just think I just want to be able to know how to do it. It's not like I want to really start making soap. I just want to do it once.
Yeah.
And know that I can do it.
Yeah, that's the thing that I think about too is if we can't get certain supplies, how can we make it using things that we already have around us? So you can make soap by things that we could get here, except tallow. We would need tallow. That's what we would be lacking.
Yeah. Jenny says chickens are easy.
Yes.
Well,
Tangy
good,
gets chickens.
because I don't want it to be hard. Because there's other things I want to learn too.
Let's see, do we have a county extension service that's... Yes, we do. That offers courses and workshops. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now go.
See, are you doing any baking for Christmas? Any recipes to share? I am going to be doing, I don't know if you caught the first part of our live, but I announced that I am participating in a 12 days of dehydration. So that's not technically baking, but I'm excited about it. And the other channels are going to be making treats that you can make with your food dehydrator, or you can even do it in the oven if you don't have a
I was shaking
dehydrator.
the table and I was shaking the camera.
Uh-oh.
You might do it now.
I
that you're
probably
leaning
will.
on. Blacksmithing skills. I would love to know how to do more of that. I don't have the forge and I don't have the equipment, time, or money to set one up, but I would love to be able to know how to do it. If I lived closer to Josh, definitely.
Yeah.
I'd be over there
Kathy
picking his
is
brain.
like the bomb right
I
now.
just want to learn more, not just the chickens, but I want to be more knowledgeable about livestock. Whether it's butchering, curing meat, preserving that type of food. I mean, you got the canning down, but I'd like to be able to know how to.
But not off-grid canning though. that's something I would need to learn to do.
Yeah.
Which I was actually told, I was
Cool.
kind of sad to find out that my my pressure canner cannot be used over an open fire. So we would have, we would,
But your water bath canner could.
oh, my water bath canner could, but you can't water bath can meat safely. I mean, people have done it.
No,
But-
when you do water bath can, maybe you could try one over a campfire.
Well, yeah, that wouldn't be hard. I'm not
just
worried
be
about
different.
that. It would just, yeah, that's, man, I need an all-American because you can do that over an open fire.
Is that how you preserve dill? Dehydrating dill?
Yes.
I guess yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That is how I preserved dill. Yes, I still have some. But the good thing with dill is
Thank you, Kathy.
you don't
for
have to have
taking
any
care of
special
that.
equipment. The dill that I currently have in my cabinet that I've dehydrated, I just hung it upside down for, I don't know, I think it probably hung upside
Yeah.
down in my other kitchen for about a few months. And then,
And we do not live near a living history museum.
unfortunately, that would be
No.
awesome if we did. Let's see, my dad and brothers are butchers. I have that down.
But actually, we do.
Wait a minute, hang on. I'm so nervous, excited about safe canning this year. My mom only preserved what we could freeze growing up.
Okay.
That's awesome.
We actually do live
Can't, that's true.
with living history museum people. We live among the Amish.
Well, that is true.
We have a community.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have a living history museum nearby, but we have the people. We have the community nearby. And so we loved when we first moved here, just getting to know our neighbors and finding out who's all living in this area because we've got people nearby
That's
that we need to
Right.
continue that relationship with and have that community where they can share information with us and help us out.
Yeah. So CT Mom says, are the Amish open to teaching non-Amish? The Amish here are very, very friendly.
yeah.
I personally would not want to overwhelm them if there were a crisis. I would not want to overwhelm them because I'm sure everybody would have the same idea. Well, the Amish, I'm sure, have food. The Amish know how to do this. Let's go to the Amish. So,
I'm not too sure like how the women would
I've
welcome that in.
Well, I've made a friend. I have
Okay.
of the veggie stand that's a mile down the road. But
And I have
Yeah.
a pretty good, rapport with the guy next door that that works the goat farm next door to us. I go over and talk to him a lot.
that's true.
All of them that we've met are very friendly. Obviously, I'm not going to impose on them and start asking them, "Can you show us this and that?" But
They have offered though.
yeah, when they're offering certain things, we just need to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And
Let's see. Somebody asked a fantastic question. Where can I find it? I think the name was Shannon. That said, if I can find, Shannon, what are some foods that you can stock up on if you don't know how to can? That is an amazing question.
go for it.
Okay,
You
so
got an answer?
I got answers. Just
Is there like a 5 basic things that maybe someone should start out with?
sure. Well, first of all, what do you eat? You can start there. All of your canned foods at a grocery store are going to last a very, very long time. Generally, the dates that are on store-bought foods are
You're shaking the camera.
okay, are the best buy date, which a lot of you know, but some of you don't know, that just means that the food's quality starts to slowly drop after that best buy date. So if your family likes corn, green beans, peaches, all of those things, and that's one thing that the last time I went down and looked at my pantry, I was taking mental notes. Okay, so I have a lot of carb things. I have a lot of protein things. I need to start filling the holes in with the nutrition things like vegetables and fruits and things like that.
Yeah.
So rice is something that keeps a long time. White rice, if your family likes rice and will eat it, White rice keeps a lot longer than brown rice because brown rice has a lot more natural oils, and so it will go rancid a little bit faster. And then on top of that, once you've decided on foods that your family likes and that you want to keep stock of, then there are ways that you can prolong the life of some of those things, like if you have a food saver, you can get the jar attachments, which don't cost much more. I think I paid, was it $20 for the 2 jar attachments? And put them in a jar, suck the air out, and then you've just prolonged the life of something a little bit more.
Hawkins Hills? Wow.
Whoa!
Thank you
My
so
goodness,
much.
thank you so much.
So proud of you on Facebook.
You sent us a message on Facebook?
She said,
PM
PM'd you on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, I
because
don't know.
Amazon wouldn't let me send you a Christmas present.
Well,
So here's
oh,
money.
you are so sweet.
Well.
Thank you so much. My goodness.
Huh. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Bless. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Um,
CT Mom is giving you some really, really great, a great list. Dry goods, boxed milk, freeze-dried goods. Yeah, and I agree.
CT Mom's all over this.
Yeah, she is.
Cecilia's asked, will we get goats? No, we won't get goats because there's about 1,000 of them next door.
Yeah.
So we don't need them.
Okay, so Kelly said, I have opened a 7-year-old can of whole kernel corn and it was fine. Sorry.
Canned fish. Well,
fish.
tuna. Yeah, cans of tuna. They'll
sardines,
last a long time.
all of those things. Absolutely.
Yeah. And if you get worried, if you're a little nervous about buying stuff like that and letting them last a long time, you can get those and put them up. And then after a couple of months, if you think they've been up there too long, you can go ahead and start eating some of those and then buy new canned stuff and just replace them.
Well, I think
switch them out every few months.
That's the key, is having a constant rotation. So once you get your 6 months of peanut butter or however long you want to build your pantry up, every time you buy a new one, you stick it in the back. Whatever you have in the front, that's what you pull from and take to the kitchen. And then once that's gone, you keep doing that, kind of like at a grocery store. Always put the newer stuff in the back and then just keep rotating it out.
Norma says, check out Justin Rhodes for chickens, to find out about the chicken stuff.
Yeah.
And you've been to his house.
Been to his house.
Yeah, so we follow Justin.
Yeah.
We've met him several times. She's been out to his place.
Tubbs of Love says, I was given 25 pounds of lentils recently. Do you know how long they last? I made my kids pulled pork sandwiches with lentils, and they love them, but 25 pounds is a lot considering I've never cooked them.
That is a lot.
Depending on how you keep them, they should keep for a very long time. If you keep them in a kind of a cool, dark area, airtight, they should be good for a long time. But I love that you did the pulled pork. Definitely use them as a ground beef substitute for a lot of different things, like, where you would have it like loose meat, like taco meat, you can substitute it for. You can also add it in with ground beef to kind of stretch it a little bit farther. So yeah, that's a great score. Lentils are.
What is CT Mom saying about an example on PB?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter in September.
Back to school. Get a year's worth. Yes.
Back to school. Yeah.
And actually right now, peanut butter is on sale too for the baking season. A lot of people use peanut butter for their cookies and things like that.
In our pantry downstairs, you've got what, 3 big tubs?
I have three.
Two or three big tubs of peanut butter?
I have 3 big ones and a small one, but I plan on adding that because, again, thinking of 6 months. And the great thing about peanut butter, I mean, it's a great protein.
I could live off of that.
You don't have to have electricity. You can have it on a cracker. You can have it in a cookie. You can have it on bread. It's a great protein to have in your
You can have
extended
a scoop
pantry.
of it in a spoon.
Yeah. Let's see. Shepherdless pie, lentil sloppy joe
CT
soup.
Mom just said PB on a spoon.
Yeah, that's actually, a lot of times, I love peanut butter, and sometimes you just have to have it on a spoon.
And we did. We grew some peanuts a couple of years ago just to see if we could. And
we did.
And they did. They
Yeah,
grew.
they did really, really well. I'd like to do it again.
Yeah, they did well. So we know that we could grow a bunch if we wanted to.
We could. Split the lentils into smaller size bags, serving in smaller size servings in Mylar bags, and vacuum seal them for long term. And you can get those Mylar bags on Amazon. That is definitely. I actually had you looking at mylar backs the other day.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of flour downstairs that I want to.
Yeah, we're gonna end up buying some, and
Yes.
so we can.
Well, I've got a list. Just so you know,
Got a list.
I got a list.
She's checking it way more than twice.
Yes, I am. How long does it take to grow peanuts?
I don't remember.
I mean, in the summer, I planted them in the spring and harvested them in the summer.
It seemed like it was similar to potatoes, wasn't it?
It's very cool, and I can't remember if I have the video on YouTube or if I shared it on Instagram
It
and
would
Facebook.
have been a video you posted almost 2 years ago or a year ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So we'd have to go back and check.
Growing peanuts is really cool and it's really different because first you get this plant and then you get these really pretty little flowers that almost look like, what do you call them? Sweet pea, like a sweet pea flower. But then out of them grow these, they're called pegs. They look like really weird long fingers that go down into the dirt. And then your peanuts grow on the end of those pegs. So it's really neat looking.
Now, I cannot eat the boiled peanuts.
No. Listen,
so I'm glad there's people that like boiled peanuts.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to go to waste.
I
So
grew
other people
up-
can eat them.
I grew up in Northeast Georgia where there was somebody with a big kettle of boiled peanuts on every corner.
Yeah.
And it was nasty.
Literally every corner.
Every corner.
Where you live.
Well, because when you pass through my hometown, I mean, you were usually going to like Helen, Georgia, where these different tourist places. So the people in my area were trying to sell peaches, pecans, boiled peanuts, like anything to attract people to stop. I've never liked boiled peanuts. Let's see. Aldi has 10-pound bags of rice for $4.99. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a good stock up there. I was checking the time back here to see how much. We don't want to try to go over our normal hour because we don't want to weary people, and we know that other people may do some shows live tonight as well. We don't want you to miss them.
Yeah. Okay. Linda said, my gram had a stroke and had brain surgery. The doctors told us to feed her Jell-O. It is a protein and you can live on it alone.
Really?
I've never heard that. But I do gelatin. I mean, that's made from bones, right? That's like cow bones.
Like cartilage and stuff.
Let's see. CT Mom says, when stocking a pantry, depending on your needs, preferences, think about spices, oils, oats, cocoa, sugar, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I just noticed the computer screen's glaring off your glasses. I just noticed that.
Yeah, it's all right. But yeah, definitely things that your family eats. That's what you stock up on. But you definitely want to keep into consideration
Horse hooves.
nutrition, calories, protein, because in a crisis situation, especially if it's an extended period of time, it might be difficult to get to a doctor. So staying up on your nutrition.
What about that Nutella?
What about that Nutella?
How long will it keep?
More like, how about that Nutella?
It may not be the healthiest
Nutella.
substitute,
No.
but it's the tastiest substitute.
What is sun butter? That is like peanut butter, but it's made from sunflower seeds. Let's see. Always have beans and tomatoes. Yum.
Oh, yeah.
Jell-O is made from horse hooves.
Okay.
Well, I just took on a whole new look at Jell-O. My goodness. Let's see.
I've heard somebody say that.
Yeah, I
before.
think I've heard that too. But I know you can
Nutella
get.
lasts 2 days in my
What am I
house.
thinking of?
Yeah.
Gelatin.
So
That's
the
what I'm thinking of.
Expiration date is 2 days. Nutella. That's as long as it will last in anybody's house.
This is true. This is true. I have.
You can get.
You
vegan.
can't get vegan gelatin. Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed
That makes
to.
you very alkaline.
But I know. Okay, agar is vegan, but yeah, I mean, I'm not. You can get like the big canisters of the
Yeah, there's
grass-fed beef gelatin.
North Star Prep Stutter says there's various sources of gelatin,
But yeah, I didn't.
and I'm sure there is.
Wow, Jell-O though.
So, I don't know. Did we miss a couple of other questions?
We probably have. But
good question.
But yeah, that was a fantastic question, Shannon. I'm really glad you asked that. I think the main thing is look at what your family eats. And then from there, you want to make a list. And when those things go on sale, that's when you stock up. And then you just keep your pantry rotating.
Yeah.
And but also, consider water.
Yeah.
The bare minimum water is 1 gallon per person per day. But that's just drinking and brushing your teeth. That's not washing, which cleanliness in a
I think that's
situation is.
That's a big thing.
huge.
Everybody's always thinking about food, and then if something does happen, then they realize we have no water, and so you always got to think about the water.
Miss CT mom is so full of information. I mean, she's like,
Yep, she's on it tonight.
Okay, so baby wipes, that's a good thing. Baby wipes go on sale a lot. You can always get coupons for baby wipes. So that's definitely something.
And I find uses for them all. I mean,
yeah,
we buy those a lot actually.
So yeah, your rubbing alcohols, anything that you can use to sterilize. Also, whenever you're stocking up on bleach, remember that bleach can also be used to sanitize water, which actually I was watching.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, chlorine.
You want to drink?
I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But I want to say, isn't it like a capful for a gallon or 5 gallons of water? I'll have to go and check that. That's important.
You better check on that. Don't want to poison yourself now.
But you can. If you have to, a little bit of bleach and a lot of water will sanitize your water.
Something else along the lines.
Okay, just don't let me forget what I was going to say.
Oh, go ahead then, because
Okay.
I'm not going to forget this.
Okay, so with the bleach in mind, though, if you had to sanitize water that way, I was watching a prepper, and he highly recommends that you also stock up on Tang, because not only will Tang cover up the flavor of your sanitized water, but it's also fortified, so with vitamin C. So that's a great way to get more vitamins. Okay, so go ahead.
And so somebody just mentioned the Life Stick straw. There's all kinds of purifiers. Life Stick's very limited on how many gallons. There's I'm gonna have to talk to Mike about this, but there are some that's just as cheap that will cover 10 times the amount of water go through it. Anyway, I was gonna think
Thank you, Norma Lynn.
a Coleman camp stove that runs on the little propane cylinders. If you're without power for weeks and you need to heat water up, to cook stuff, to boil water, to sanitize it, we have 2 of those Coleman camp stoves, and I'm a big fan of them. You can use those to, boil water, cook your food, just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. That Peace and Pantry said stocking up on wood shavings for those composting toilets. You could. Okay, I'm gonna have to leave here in just a second.
Was that her
yes.
saying come get her?
Yes.
You want me to go?
It doesn't matter, either one.
Well, we've got 5 minutes anyway.
Okay.
So we'll finish this up.
Especially if you are in the city and you are on a sewer system. If the power were to go down for a very extended period of time, your toilets will stop working, and finding a place to eliminate safely is going to be imperative. So that might be something that y'all want to look into. There are
makeshift compost buckets.
Yes.
I mean,
a 5-gallon bucket.
You do what you can.
A 5-gallon bucket with lined with a heavy, like, contractor grade trash bags, and stock up on kitty litter.
I was getting ready to say kitty litter and sawdust.
Yeah, either one of those. And wood
sawdust
ash
is free.
Wood ash is also something that, especially if you have a fire pit or a fireplace where you can use. I'm trying to get rid of somebody.
Okay.
If you can. If you have a place where you're burning wood, you can use that wood ash also. But anyway, there's so many layers and so many things to think about. And but yeah, it's on my heart to have everybody thinking about taking care of your family for the just in case. You will never regret having 6 months of food and water and medicine in your house. You'll never regret it, but you will regret it if you don't.
This is her kick she's on right now.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I'm fired up, people. I'm
Yeah.
fired up.
So it is kind of time to wrap it up. We've got to go anyway. We got to go pick our daughter up from work. But yeah, stay tuned because she's going to be doing a lot more videos of your canning, your dehydrating collab.
Hydrating.
She's got collabs coming up that's all related to what we've been talking
Yes.
about. So
Yep.
we do really appreciate everybody joining us tonight. We had well over 100 people. That's awesome. We really appreciate. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do.
Yes.
We really appreciate that. That does help out with the notifications getting out to more and more people, and give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate that. But more importantly, keep following us, and hopefully we'll keep sharing ideas with you, and we'll keep getting good ideas back with you guys as well. So we appreciate that.
Yep. You guys are awesome, and we hope that you all have an excellent week. And oh, okay, somebody already got to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you to our moderators.
We have the best moderators.
Yes.
Don't forget,
Because we've had a few losers, trolls pop in here and try to mess with us.
Whenever
so we
you
appreciate
see,
that.
whenever you see a name in blue with the wrench, click on those 3 buttons and head on to their channel and check them out because they all have amazing channels and we love them so much.
Yeah.
And anyway,
Yeah.
that's it.
Everybody have a good week. Be safe. And until next time.
Until next time.